Thanks, Ethan. I'm Michael Mason DeCroze.
And I'm Daniel Leifeld. That was quite a storm last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, not even a week after Lincoln residents had to pick up branches and leaves from all over the lawns, they had to do it again last night.
Well, and even more amazing is what happened in Kearney and Aurora last night.
Yeah, Governor Dave Heineman has declared a state of emergency after last night's severe storms throughout Nebraska. State and local officials are still assessing the damage caused by tornadoes that struck last night. The worst damage was reported in Kearney, but businesses in Aurora were also damaged. Heineman says the storm caused widespread damage in Kearney. However, the extent of damage isn't clear yet this morning. He also says at least 8 businesses and several homes were damaged in Aurora. Our own Daniel Leifeld was able to talk to Ray Nance from the Nebraska Emergency Management Agency.
There was a train derailment on West Railroad Street. We had approximately 60 homes that were damaged in the northeast part of town. The county fairground was damaged, and also the airport.
What is the state doing to help out?
Well, right now the state is in helping to do assessments and determine the amount of damage, looking at the damage from that standpoint.
Can you tell me about how big the tornado was? Do they have any estimation on that yet?
One of the tornadoes I heard was rated at an F2 scale, and the other damage where the 60 homes were, I don't believe they actually came up with a rating for that yet. That's going to depend upon what they find for damage out there.
Governor Heineman is in Kearney this morning meeting with the Kearney mayor and emergency officials, while Lieutenant Governor Rick Sheehy headed to Aurora to assess damage and talk to local officials. No major injuries or deaths have been reported from this storm.
Nebraska wasn't the only place being hit by this severe weather. Storms and tornadoes rushed through the central part of the country yesterday. We have footage of a funnel cloud forming in Mitchell County, Kansas, as rain and hail pounded residents below. Take a listen to what storm trackers had to say.
Tornado, Rob. Oh, wow. Look at that debris. That is huge. Look at all that debris. Oh, my goodness.
Let's slow down here, dude.
Crews were able to rescue them. The National Weather Service has issued several flood warnings for Nebraska rivers and creeks. Shell Creek near Columbus is under a warning that continues through tomorrow morning. Wahoo Creek near Ithaca is expected to leave its banks today. The Big Blue River near Surprise is also supposed to rise 1.5 feet above the flood level by tonight, while the Little Blue River near Fairbury is expected to do the same. So there's a lot of flood warnings. The Army says that the number of troops committing suicide rose for a 3rd straight year. An Army official says that 115 troops took their own lives in 2007. That's nearly a 13% increase from 2006. Suicides among active duty soldiers and National Guard and Reserve troops have been rising since the Afghanistan and Iraq wars began. A crane has collapsed in New York's Upper East Side. At least one person has died, and crews are looking for more injured. The crane smashed into a 23-story apartment building before falling onto the street below. The accident took place 2.5 months after a crane collapse killed 7 people about 2 miles south near the United Nations building. It demolished a 4-story townhouse. Last month, the city's buildings commissioner resigned under fire over a rising number of fatal construction accidents. The Texas Supreme Court says that more than 400 children removed from a polygamous compound should go back to their parents. The court said that Child Protective Services failed to show an immediate danger to the kids, and that the seizure took place nearly 2 months ago was unwarranted. It is not clear how soon the children and their families will be reunited.